We also see these mystiagens used in ancient Gnostic Christianity, specifically with a rite that was called the mystery of the Light Maiden. To understand the mystery of the Light Maiden, I have to briefly get into some Gnostic theology. Now, I should say that Gnostic theologies change from one group to the next, but there are some discernible overlaps that will help us understand this most ancient mystiogenic ceremony. The theology to which I refer has to do with the forming of aeons in both the spiritual and material worlds. An aeon is a spiritually advanced being through which cosmic forces are made manifest. They occupy a realm known as the pleroma, or the fullness in Greek. Our modern version of heaven grew out of the Gnostic pleroma. Now, all these cosmic forces began with one supreme being. Sound familiar? This supreme being is so far removed from humans that we are no more likely to understand it than is my cat likely to understand that she should not be walking across my keyboard as I try to write the sentence. Kitty cats. Now, this supreme being was alive, so living came forth as its own aeon. This being could also think, so thought emerged as its own entity. This being was also wise, so wisdom came forth as its own aeon. And she, wisdom, called Sophia by various Gnostics, is our most important aeon for understanding the mystery of the Light Maiden. Sophia had had unnatural intercourse with herself, giving birth to a bastard deformed offspring named Yaldabaoth. Yaldabaoth then created the physical world that encompasses us all, encasing us in sinful materialism. The only way to achieve salvation is to escape this sinful materialism, and some Gnostics had the idea of doing this through a mystiogenic orgy to allow Sophia back into the pleroma. 7 women and 7 men would be selected to engage in this sacred fornication in a bedchamber decorated with paintings, pillows, flowing tapestries, and of course, burning incenses. And it is within these incenses that we find our mystiogenic culprit, cannabis. For one of the incenses is referred to as the Indian leaf, which Chris Bennett, foremost cannabis historian, has shown remarkable evidence to be referring to that most sacred herb. Needless to say, I agree with him. So through the combined sacraments of cannabis and coitus, these Gnostics would transcend the material world and through their act allow Sophia back into the pleroma. The 7 women would become Sophias. The 7 men would become cosmic Christs. And such was the nature of the mystiogenic ceremony in ancient Christian Gnosticism. It's better than the movies. Now, there are more examples, but time is limited, so I must be moving on. Quick show of hands. Does anybody in this room deny that psychedelics enhance the creative potential? Anybody? It's okay if you do, you're wrong. But it's fine if you do. Okay, indeed, we might take it as a truism that psychedelics